So the next show / network we're doing Fox, and I'm actually hilarious. Last time I was wearing an appropriately branded sweatshirt for during our thing. I was the Enlisted sweatshirt. And we're talking about Enlisted because this is one we both agree on.
And it's one that we're actually excited for.
Genuinely excited, yes.
So that's always a bonus.
Yay,
We're
the
not
first time.
cheating this time.
No, it's not the best of the bunch. But and to be fair, I actually do like Fox's other comedy, Surviving Jack, from what I've seen of that.
Well, but we haven't seen the new version.
Right.
So
what I have
didn't want to pick that.
Right. Whereas I've seen 4 of Enlisted.
Yeah.
And I kept trying to like not watch more. Like I've rewatched the pilot a bunch because I've covered it so much already because it was supposed to originally premiere back in November. Then Fox changed their mind with scheduling, and so now here we are in January, and it's about to actually officially premiere. And you know, I think military comedies it's a tough sell. I think because people involved are like, well, this shouldn't be funny, but you know, this show has so much heart, and I really love that. While there is absolutely humor, there are some times where they kind of allow the reality of the situation to kind of be like, this is actually something that we need to acknowledge is serious. I love the balance. I think the cast is great. I think Jeff and Chris and Parker have a great dynamic as brothers. And I was actually a little concerned about it before I saw the pilot because at times they've played the same kind of character.
Right.
And if you have that same kind of character 3 times,
It's
that
too
could have
much.
been clashing like crazy. But I think they really fit together well. They do play different kinds of characters. It works well. It's genuinely funny. I think they've got a great supporting cast.
And that's the thing that I really liked about it. I mean, when I saw the pilot initially, I literally said, I can't really judge this until I see at least one more because it could go either way for me. It felt a lot like Community set at a military base because of the fact that you have, aside from the brothers, you have this unit of basically like misfit toys in the army, right? And so you kind of have to distance yourself from the fact that like you maybe don't want some of these people serving and protecting and defending you because some of them maybe haven't even passed their firearms certificate, whatever that's called. I don't know the proper military term, but they don't basically have the license to shoot a firearm because they haven't passed the exam. So it's a little, you know, it's you wonder, are they unintentionally making fun of things? And it turns out they're not. And that's what I really responded to. You know, I could have gone either way. In lesser hands, it would have been, let's just mock these people, even if we don't think we're mocking these people. We see that all the time on other sitcoms where they make jokes and they're like, that's not offensive. And it's like, it is. And that's not what this is. You know, we see them engage in prank wars, and we see them kind of be overly emotional men, even if you think that that's odd for an army situation. But then you also see them stepping up and actually being very serious when they have to be, and, you know, supporting each other. And if someone's having a hard time, they come together as an actual unit, not just as a family.
Right.
And, you know, these quirky characters aren't just stereotypical characters either. They have things going on, and we don't get to know them immediately because they're not the core.
Right.
But you can kind of start to see that even from the jump, you know, there's things that make them special and unique, and that's nice. It's nice to know that, like, they can be used for a storyline. They're not just there to, like, fill some sort of diversity requirement or round out this unit full of just faces that we'll never get to know.
Right.
And so I really like that. And, I mean, it's funny. Like, that's the other thing is, let's be honest, a lot of things that are on air right now that are in the comedy category, I don't find funny. This one I actually do, and I don't want to just laugh. I also want to, like, feel a warmth, and they give you that too. And yeah, I mean, I really like the brother relationship. I think is great. I think when they're all 3 together, and then when they'll pair off individually.
All the combinations work so far.
Yeah. So I really like it. I was very surprised I liked it. I have to say I didn't expect to get as excited about it as I did.
Yeah, it was the Fox upfront promos didn't do justice to their comedies this season. So I was really happy to be so pleasantly surprised by, you know, with Brooklyn Nine-Nine last in the fall, and then this one.
And you know how you said sometimes, you know, when we're talking about CBS, you said that sometimes it does a disservice to not see. I'm really glad they gave us a lot of episodes because I feel like the more you watch, the more you love it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so it I think bodes well for them that Fox is like, here, we know you're going to love this.
Here.
You
Yeah.
know, so yeah, basically.
Absolutely. So tune in.